Welcome to a journey across the wonders of our planet, where nature's balance is vital to our survival. Beyond the vast life of land, ecosystems flourish, offering resources and life to all species. But these treasures are at risk. Through Sustainable Development Goal 15, we aim to protect and restore life on land. From protecting forests to conserving biodiversity, SDG 15 seeks to halt the destruction of our ecosystems. As we explore Earth's wonders, we also explore our responsibility to preserve them for future generations. Join us as we uncover the beauty and the urgent need to safeguard the life that sustains us all.
Welcome, fellow explorers, to our journey through the rich landscapes of SDG 15. Here, we don't just study the world around us, we venture deep into the heart of nature to understand its rhythms and challenges. Presented on your screens is our topic for today, the SDG 15, Life on Land, Preserving Our Ecosystems. Navigated and presented to you by Techno Explorers. By the way, I am Techno Explorer John Rank 8 Pahulaya. And this is the outline for today's topic: the introduction, importance, target and indicators, progress, government programs, universities' involvement, activities to promote, and lastly would be the conclusion. Are you ready, Techno Explorers? Join us as we go on an exciting adventure. So, what is SDG 15? SDG 15 aims in protecting, safeguarding ecosystems from destruction and degradation, ensuring the survival of species. Second one is the restoring, rehabilitating damaged or degraded ecosystems, bringing them back to a healthy and thriving state. And lastly would be the sustainable use, utilizing natural resources in a way that meets current needs without compromising future generations' ability to meet their own.
Now, let's talk about the importance of SDG 15. It is more than just protecting nature. It is about preserving the systems that keep our planet and us alive. So here's why SDG 15 matters more than we might realize. First, biodiversity is the rich web of life that holds everything together. From the smallest insect to the largest tree, each one supports a healthy ecosystem. When we protect biodiversity, we are ensuring that these ecosystems continue providing us with food, clean water, and medicine. Second, climate regulation. Nature is our planet's built-in climate control system. Forests, wetlands, and grasslands absorb carbon dioxide and keep our atmosphere in balance. Without them, we are left more vulnerable to climate change, with its extreme weather and rising temperatures. Finally, human well-being. Ecosystems don't just benefit animals, they are the foundation of human survival. Clean air to breathe, fresh water to drink, and nutritious food all come from healthy ecosystems. By protecting life on land, we are also protecting our own lives and securing a future for generations to come. In short, SDG 15 ties together biodiversity, climate regulation, and human well-being, showing us that protecting the planet is ultimately about protecting ourselves.
Hello everyone, I am FELCON James B. ALEGADO and I'm here to talk about the targets of SDG 15 and of course the progress of SDG 15 on where are we now and achieving the goal on SDG 15. And lastly, I'm going to talk about the threats on life on land of SDG 15. So I'm going to talk about first the targets or the sub-targets of SDG 15, and of course there are 11 sub-targets of SDG 15. Starting with, of course, you can see on your screens right now is the target 15.1. By 2020, ensure the conservation, restoration, and sustainable use of terrestrial and inland freshwater ecosystems and their services. In particular, forests, wetlands, mountains, and drylands in line with obligations under international agreements. Next target, target 15.2, By 2020, promote the implementation of sustainable management of all types of forests, halt deforestation, restore degraded forests, and substantially increase afforestation and reforestation globally. Target 15.3, by 2030, combat desertification, restore degraded land and soil, including land affected by desertification, drought and floods, and strive to achieve a land degradation neutral world. Target 15.4, by 2030, ensure the conservation of mountain ecosystems, including their biodiversity, to enhance their capacity to provide benefits and are essential to sustainable development. Next target, target 15.5, take urgent and significant action to reduce the degradation of natural habitats, halt the loss of biodiversity, and by 2020, protect and prevent the extinction of threatened species. Next target, target 15.6, promote fair and equitable sharing of the benefits arising from the utilization of genetic resources and traditional knowledge associated with such resources as internationally agreed. Next target, target 15.7, take measures to prevent the introduction and minimize the impact of invasive alien species on terrestrial and aquatic ecosystems. Next target, target 15.8, by 2020, integrate ecosystems and biodiversity values into national planning, development processes, poverty reduction strategies, and accounting. Last three targets. Target 15.9, mobilize and significantly increase financial resources from all sources to conserve and sustainably use biodiversity and ecosystems. Target 15.8, mobilize and increase public and private participation in biodiversity conservation and sustainable use. Target 15.B, enhance global support for efforts to combat illegal wildlife trade and improve traceability of such trade. Now, let's move on to the progress of SDG 15 on where are we now in terms of achieving the goal SDG 15. Of course, I have 6 examples here. Progress here. First progress is the progress on invasive species, increase in legislation since 2010, the percentage of countries enacting laws to prevent and manage invasive alien species has risen by 19%. Current status, 55% of countries have overarching national legislation for controlling invasive species. Global trend, positive response accelerated in the 1990s, slowed in the 2000s. Next progress would be the financial investments in biodiversity. The ODA for biodiversity in 2016, bilateral official development assistance or the ODA for biodiversity was $7 billion, a 21% increase from 2015. Next is the post 2008 financial crisis. Biodiversity-related ODA experienced significantly variability with a drop after 2008. The lack of data, unlimited data on domestic and private investments in biodiversity conservation. Next progress would be the progress on forest restoration and sustainable practices. First is restoration efforts, integrated approaches to land restoration, sustainable food production, and of course, landscape-based solutions are emerging. Next would be momentum for forest. The United Nations Strategic Plan for Forest 2030 aims to sustainably manage forests and halt deforestation. The Bond Challenge, 47 countries pledged to restore 160 million hectares of degraded landscapes by 2020, targeting a 350 million hectares by 2030. The last three progress of SDG 15, wildlife trafficking, rising global awareness, significant funding and policy changes. Examples of these are domestic ivory trade bans of the rhinos have been made to combat wildlife trafficking. Next is the challenges here was the criminal networks, corruption, and insufficient scale of law enforcement remain significant issues. Next progress would be the nature-based solutions and investments. Financial solutions from traditional tools such as taxes, subsidies, to innovate mechanisms such as green bonds, impact investments. The key initiatives were the Green Commodities Program, the Global Environment Fund or the GEF, and the Biodiversity Financial Investment or the BioFin support biodiversity goals. The last progress I'm going to share to you is the progress on the cross-sectoral collaboration. Coordination with the national governments needs to improve cross-sector collaboration to integrate SDG 15 into wider policy frameworks. Community involvement, engaging local communities, indigenous populations, and women is critical, sustainable, and land use to ecosystem stewardship. The last topic I'm gonna share to you is the threats to life on land on SDG 15. We have four here. First would be the deforestation, the clearing of forests for agriculture, logging, and urban development. We all know what deforestation it means that the illegal logging in our forest. Second would be habitat loss, the destruction and fragmentation of natural habitats leading to species decline and ecosystem disruption. We all know what habitat loss is. This is really rampant. Um, Species that are losing their habitats due to deforestation, poaching, the illegal hunting and trading, wildlife trade threatening to the survival of many species. Of course, poaching is the number one reason why some of our species are going extinct. Climate change, rising temperatures, extreme weather events, and changes in precipitation patterns impacting ecosystems and species. So that would be all for my topic. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Arvie Baloca, and presented on your screen are the government programs or initiatives that are implemented to promote SDG 15. First is the REDD+, which is reducing emissions and deforestation and forest degradation. It is a global framework aimed at mitigating climate change by incentivizing developing countries to reduce deforestation and forest degradation. It emphasizes conservation, sustainable management of forest, and enhance of forest carbon stocks, providing financial rewards for countries that successfully lower their emissions through their practices. Next is sustainable forest management. It involves managing forests in a way that maintains their biodiversity, productivity, and ecological processes while meeting the social, economic, and cultural needs of present and future generations. This approach balances conservation with the utilization of forest resources, promoting practices that ensures the long-term health and viability of forest ecosystems. Next is the protected areas. These are the regions designated to conserve the natural environment and biodiversity. They play a crucial role in safeguarding ecosystems, species, and genetic diversity while providing essential ecosystem services. By restricting certain human activities, these areas help mitigate habitat loss, promote conservation, and maintain ecological balance, contributing significantly to the overall health of the planet. These initiatives collectively support the Sustainable Development Goals by promoting responsible land use and protecting vital ecosystems.
Universities' involvement to SDG 15. So these are the projects implemented by the university and other organizations. On the first presented on your screens is the plant design initiated by our NSTP classes led by Dr. Luni Villacastin, that's LUNIVILLACASTIN. So this aims to promote CITU's university alignment with SDG 15. On the second picture is the Relive the Plastic Karunungan Seminar Drive Back into the Action, a seminar on plastic waste management held on April 29, 2024 at CITU Girani Hall. And on the third picture, Root for the Future in Action, Youth with Action for a Greener Cebu. So this was in celebration of Red Cross Youth Month and aligned with SDG 13 and 15. The 15th CYC of Cebu RCY planted a seed of hope at Buhisan Watershed, Cebu City. And on the next picture is the tree planting initiated by our PICE officer, that's Philippine Institute of Civil Engineers, at the Barangay Jacoplan, Talisay City, Cebu. And lastly, on the presented on your screens is from net zero to regenerative. So this was a seminar um, superheaded by the architecture department. So these are some of the projects that has been initiated by our university and other organization on SDG 15.
As we navigate the challenges our planet faces, it is crucial that we all take action. So let's explore how we can contribute to this mission through these key activities. First, we need to raise awareness about the importance of protecting our ecosystems. This can be done through informative campaigns at our school and community. By educating others, we can inspire them to value and protect our natural resources. Next, we should advocate for change. Supporting policies that promote sustainable land use is vital for long-term ecological health. We can write letters to our local representatives or even organize a petition that calls for stricter regulations against deforestation and land degradation. Engaging in discussions about sustainable practices within our community can help create a ripple effect of positive change. Taking individual action is another powerful way to contribute. Each of us can make conscious choices to reduce our environmental footprint. This might include opting for sustainable products, participating in local conservation efforts, or simply adopting a more eco-friendly lifestyle. By sharing our personal journeys and challenges, we can motivate others to follow suit. And finally, we can implement green campus initiatives. Let's work together to create a more sustainable school environment. This could involve starting a recycling program, promoting energy conservation, or organizing clean-up drives in local parks. By taking these steps, we not only improve our campus, but also set an example for others to follow. In conclusion, promoting SDG 15 is a collective effort that requires commitment from all of us. By raising awareness, advocating for change, taking individual actions, and implementing green initiatives, we can make a meaningful impact on our planet's health. So let's work together to protect our ecosystems for future generations.